What's up? It's your boy Derek back with another video, man. And as y'all can see right now, we rolling. So I know I'm live, but I'm not gonna be looking at the camera, obviously, because I'm driving. But I just wanted to pretty much talk to you guys clearly about what trucking company would be best for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of factors come into that. And I chose Cypress for a number of factors that met up, you know what I'm saying, that pretty much meted my requirements of what I wanted um, in a company. So for some of you that don't know, when I came into Cypress, my recruiter's name was Clay Hamlin. Really good guy, really solid guy. Talk to him all the time, day to day. You know, not day to day, but every once in a while we just chop it up, catch up. Because he was the one that brought me in, and he was great. He answered all of my questions and willingly, and all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. So if you get Clay as your recruiter, you're lucky for sure. But the questions that I had asked Clay was, what was the home time? What was the home time? You know, coming into Cyprus with me already having my CDL, I was going to be a regional driver with no contract, a regional driver, no contract, and home every weekend, which would pretty much be Friday. So I would get home every Friday. And you know, throughout my first year with Cypress, that has been 99% true, because it was one day I didn't get home until Saturday, and I think it was just like, you know, it was just crazy. But it was only one day that I got home on a Saturday, and you know, I asked Clay, I said, "Hey Clay, like, is it possible to make $1,000 in a week here at Cypress?" And he told me, "Man, if you don't make $1,000 in a week, then something is wrong." You know, and pretty much, I didn't make $1,000 in 1 week up until, well, after I got out of training with my trainer. When I was on my own, I think wasn't until I think my fourth or fifth check that that I finally made over $1,000. But of course, early on in my career with Cypress, I had to learn how to run. And you got to be able to use the most out of your time if you're going to be a truck driver and you're trying to make money. You're always trying to get where you need to be on time, or hell, if not early. If you can get there early, get there early. But you need to maximize your time so you can fit in the most amount of loads that you possibly can in a day or the week, whatever it may be. Because if you just bull crapping, and you not taking your, I mean, you taking your time, you're not keeping that door closed, as they say. If you're not doing that, then you're only hurting yourself. You're hurting your own pockets. That's pretty much what it is. You're hurting yourself. So I know, but a lot of people say, "Oh, you keep that door shut the whole time. You're crazy. I'm gonna stop this and that." Yeah, of course, you're gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta stop, use the bathroom, grab something to eat, by all means, but don't do it excessively. Do not do it excessively, because now if you're stopping, you know what I'm saying, 3 or 4 times on a 3 hour trip, you're just hurting yourself. You're hurting your clock. You hurting your money, your pockets, all of that, y'all, all of that. But when it comes to looking for a company, you just got to make sure that they meet your expectations, and what type of home time that you're trying to get, and what type of money you're trying to make. What type of truck do you want to drive? Do you want an automatic or manual? Some companies are still manual. Some companies are automatic. That I know that's going to be a huge factor in the companies that a lot of you guys actually choose. I know some of you are just getting your CDLs, and you don't want to take the manual test, and just want to get the automatic restriction, which is cool. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that if you have the automatic restriction. It's just that when you can drive a manual, I think it looks a little better, pretty much on your resume as a driver. That's the only thing. Or unless you go to like mom and pop companies where they actually like have manual trucks and you don't have no choice but to drive a manual truck, then I think you're pretty much, yeah, of course, you can't have an automatic restriction because all they have is um, manual trucks. But they're phasing out manual trucks in the trucking industry. Just to let you guys know, like manuals are slowly disappearing, and most of the trucks are becoming all automatic. That's just pretty much the world that we are moving into as far as trucking. So it's pretty easy. And man, I don't have the automatic restriction. When I did take my CDL test, I did do it in the manual, so of course I can drive a manual. But do I want to drive a manual? Hell no, nah, I don't. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. I don't want to drive no manual. And Cypress told me, yeah, man, you're more than like 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be in a automatic truck. It's very rare that you're gonna end up in a manual. Very rare. And also sounds good to me. And then when I had decided that I was going to go to Cyprus, I actually had the intentions of moving to Charlotte. So in Charlotte, y'all know Mount Holly. Mount Holly is literally about 20 minutes away from where I live right now. So it just opened the door more for me to actually get more home time and eventually a local route, which I have right now. Because I pretty much hop in the car in the morning, drive to the plant, pick up the truck, pick up my load, and boom, I go deliver my load. When I'm done for the day, I come back, drop my truck off at the plant, get in my car, and I drive home. Just like pretty much in any other job. But it's definitely convenient, y'all. I really do like having the day cab and being local, but I wasn't always local. And for some of you guys that don't have kids, don't have families, I don't see I don't see why you would even want to be local in the first place when you can get on the road and practically cut all your bills. You know what I'm saying? You can cut all your bills probably besides your phone bill in taxes and pretty much live on the truck, especially you young guys. Like if you're getting paid a good cents per mile or whatever it may be, you can probably run up 50, 60 thousand dollars a year, easily your first year having to have in your pocket. Having your pocket, you can have that much money being a first year driver if you was to pretty much live on the road. If you don't got the responsibilities that would pretty much need you to be home more often than the average driver. So like yeah, if I didn't have a family and I didn't have my old lady and everything, I would probably live on the damn road, just be running it up. I'll probably just be running it up either to eventually get my own truck, buy a house, do stuff, of that sorts, just make sure I'm financially prepared for life or whatever it may be. I would just make sure I'm good. I would definitely make sure I'm good. And that's pretty much what I would do. But I know a lot of you guys talk about going to like Swift, Pam, CRST, CR England. God dang, I keep hitting a damn bump every time it just swings it over. But I know a lot of you guys think about going to those types of companies. Now, not gonna lie to you. I have heard a lot of good stuff about Swift, even though they are known for having the most accidents and all this and that, but they are a mega carrier, so they of course have way more drivers than anybody else. So the likelihood of you seeing them in messed up situations is far more likely than any other trucking company, really. Just to be real with you, but I have talked to a few people. They say they love Swift, man. They say they love it. So if you do happen to go Swift, I don't really have nothing to bad say about them, even though I never went to their company. But from the people I talked to, they're not a horrible company. So I'm not going to get up here and tell y'all that they are a horrible company when I have heard nothing but good things about them. But I have heard some horror stories too about them not getting people home for like their kids' birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that. Yeah, like if I tell you the guy that I heard say this, he said he told them like a month in advance that he wanted to get home for his kid's birthday, and they still let him down. He still didn't get home on his kid's birthday. He said that was his last straw. So as far as something like that happening, yeah, that would be my last straw too. I would not go for that. I would not go for that. But other than that, just make sure that the companies you look into, they just meet your requirement, guys. It's not hard. Don't jump on the first company that says, "Oh yeah, we'll take you." Don't. I know you really want to get your CDL or you're trying to get some money, but make sure you put yourself into the best possible situation from the very beginning, and that's pretty much what I tried to do. I tried to put myself in the best possible situation so that I wouldn't end up being somewhere where I don't want to be, or over time I just slowly start to hate. And fortunately, I haven't had that experience with Cyprus. And Cyprus has taken well good care of me. I started out with a nice ass 2021 Freightliner Cascadia. It literally had like 4,000 miles on it when I got it. So I can't complain. And then now I'm in the day cab. I'm pretty much living, living a dream, y'all. I do want to make more money, of course, but I'm pretty sure that's everybody. Like my next step would definitely be becoming a trainer. But unfortunately, there's no seat in my day cab. Y'all know I'm over the year with Cypress and everything. So I'm pretty sure I could become a trainer, but I don't have a seat in my day cab for a trainee to actually sit. And my trainee would have to be somewhere around the Charlotte area, since I'm local. So if I could train guys from this area, I would love it. But as I ain't got no seat in here, I can't really become a trainer. And I honestly like what I do, and I don't want to go back over the road, and get less home time for more money if I don't have to, So because we all got to survive, y'all. We all got to survive. We all got to make a living. So it's all sacrifices. It's just where are you going to take your sacrifices? It's inevitable that you're gonna have to make a sacrifice. It's gonna happen whether you like it or not. That's just part of trucking. Until you're your own goddamn you're the truck owner, you're the driver, you're the dispatcher, until you're all of those things, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, and you're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do, and you're gonna have to deal with it. It's just a part of trucking. It is what it is, but you got to get your feet wet. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And it's okay to be a little picky, but damn, you can't be too goddamn picky now. Can't be too picky, because it's only going to be but so many people that are going to take you as a new driver to begin with, which is most major mega carriers. Mostly all trucks with the companies that got the cameras on the trucks, or the mega carriers. Of course, they're gonna start you out with lower pay. They say for insurance reasons, because 9 times out of 10 they think you're gonna hit some shit within your first year, and whether it's minimal damage or a lot of damage, they probably gonna take it out your pay just so that they can cover their ass. And I just think that's what a lot of companies, and that's why they want you to have experience, because with experience, supposedly insurance rates are a whole lot lower, so the company can save more money and still pay you the same of what they gonna pay you. But I don't really know. I haven't seen. That's just what I hear. So the companies can save more money. That's why they don't hire new. A lot of places don't hire new drivers, which is, I mean, understandable. Because I mean, if I was a damn fleet owner, had my own trucks, and it was either choose the experienced driver that has, no accidents, good driving record, and the insurance is $500 less a month versus a brand new driver is higher. I would experienced driver just because I feel like I could save a little bit more, a little bit more money, and the driver's going to know what they're doing. That's what most companies want. But it just continues to get harder and harder and harder for new drivers to actually get somebody that will that will take them. So wherever you decide to go for your first year or your first 6 months, wherever it may be, just know that either well just know that you can use it as a stepping stone. Either if you want to be with that company 30 years, be my guest. But if you just want to be with that company 6 months to a year, be my guest. But just do what is in the the best interest of yourself. Put yourself first when it comes to this industry. Put yourself first. Because you're the one that's operating that truck day after day after day. Nobody else is in there driving that thing for you. So if the conditions and whatever it is don't meet your expectations or don't hold up to what you wanted to be, don't work there. Move on. But also, I hear that if you've been jumping around from company to company to company, that doesn't look good. They're gonna be wondering, like, why do you keep going from here to here to here? Like, what's going on? And if you just keep coming up with excuse after excuse after excuse, instead of you pointing the finger at the company, they're gonna start pointing the finger at you. So you wanna take that and to just, I don't know, do something with it. Do something with that information. So just don't think, oh, I'm gonna go here for a month and find out that I don't really like it that much. So now I'm gonna go over here. Oh, I'm over here. I don't really like this job that much. Let me go over here. Boom. So now you done had your third or fourth trucking job within 1 year, and when you decide to leave that job, the next company is gonna be like, hey man, you done worked for 4 different companies in the past 3 months. What's going on? They'll ask you why you're leaving your previous company. So you should have a good goddamn answer as to why you're leaving, or to why you want to leave, or the reason why you're searching for different opportunities. Those are questions that you need to be prepared for. So and then you want to make sure you get a good trainer that's going to teach you all the things on the road that you need to know. I know I'm kind of just all over the place. Y'all know how I do, man. I just think about information and then I just spew it out all at y'all. So I don't know if you got to take notes, you got to write it down, or whatever. I'm just throwing information out there, just throwing it out there, so you guys can be prepared. Because there's no better feeling than making the right choice the first time. You know, that's why you say learn from your mistakes. And I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, they went to goddamn CR England, uh, and they've been out for 4 weeks, and they only making $700 a week, and they working 70 hours a week." Not to throw CR England under the bus, but hey, that's what a driver told me that came from CR England. He was out a whole month at a time. You can have that shit. You can have that. and he had a family, had a girl at home, kids at home. You out like that, and you only making $700 a week. You, hey, I don't really want to say it, man, but I don't want to say it, but your ass you got bent over, boy. You got bent over big time, and I felt when you told me that, you probably won't even see this video anyway. But when he told me that, goddamn, man, I felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for him. They got the damn pole lubed up and stuck the hell out that man. Cause I'll be damn. I'll be damn. I'll be damn. You know what I'm saying? I, hey, they'll do that because you got to make sure that the company cares about you. You want them to care about you. You want them to care about what you have going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Just you're not a robot. We're not robots, y'all. We're human beings. We have blood flowing through our bodies, a heart that pumps consistently. We have feelings, emotions, all types of shit. So you want to be with a company that is going to understand that. They're going to know you're going to have your bad days. They know you're going to have your good days. They know some days you won't be up to it. Some days you know, it happens. It's trucking. I done talked to drivers that said they had to take a few days off just because they start having mental breakdowns. Y'all, they just get they get so tired. They get so tired because most of these guys sometimes only be running off 6-7 hours of sleep. It's been sometimes where I only get but 6-7 hours of sleep, but that's because I it be my fault because I be on the phone scrolling at night watching videos and shit when I knew I should have closed my goddamn eyes 2 hours ago, but I'm scrolling on social media. So I can only have myself to blame for that. So like hey, I hear guys like some of the guys that only get to do a 10-hour break is different. Like if you don't got to drive home, like my 10-hour break ain't the normal 10-hour break. If my 10-hour break, it take me 20 minutes, about 20-25 minutes to drive home, 20-25 minutes to drive to the truck, and then I gotta eat, shower. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wash my ass. Gotta try to spend some time with my kids. You know, so imagine trying to fit all of that into 2 hours. I mean, all of that into 10 hours, and um still try to get 8 hours of rest. It's impossible. It's impossible. Now, sometimes you do get more than a 10-hour break. You know, all depends on how you play your time, where your load going, where it just differs. It really just differs. But I know dispatchers, my dispatchers, they I'm pretty much on the dedicated route, but sometimes when the dedicated route is only hauling a certain amount of steel per day, I end up doing drywall. Oh, I got the hiccup for something. But when I end up doing drywall and steel the same day, I'll be working about 13 to 14 hour days sometimes. Like last week, what was it? Or the week before last, I had a couple of days where I worked 13 hours. I was doing like two steel loads and a drywall load. Last Monday, yeah, last Monday I had a Lowe's delivery in Lexington at 4 in the morning. I had to leave my house at 1 o'clock Monday morning, y'all. Monday morning I had to leave the house at 1 o'clock in the morning to go to work. It cut my weekend like 5 or 6 hours short because I normally would get up around 5:30, 6 o'clock. But since I was only hauling, I was hauling steel and drywall that day, and the drywall load happened to be my first load. It caused me, I don't have no choice. It was by appointment. I had a 4 a.m. delivery, so it is what it is. So I had to drive. I had to drive to the truck, and then I had to take the truck to Mount Holly. Then I had to get my load, strap my load, and then take the load to Lexington. So you can only imagine, y'all. Like I just feel like I've gotten used to it. Because when I first got in trucking, when they used to give me these damn 5 a.m. deliveries, 4 a.m., I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm not built for this. I don't do this shit. I'm not built for this. I can't do it. I can't do these 5 a.m. deliveries, these 4 a.m. I can't do it. Like, that's just how I was feeling. But as I started doing them and just look at it as get her done, get it just get it done and over with. Because when you get your check on Friday, you're gonna look at it like, damn, it was worth it. Let me stop the complaining. Let me stop the bitching. Let me stop this. You know what I'm saying? Just do it, man. You get used to it. They could give me well, nah, I can't do it for I can't do a 4 a.m. Delivery tomorrow because of the way I started today. So that wouldn't happen to me anyway. But let's say I started my day extremely early tomorrow and I was done by, let's say, 12 o'clock, and they wanted to give me a 4 a.m. delivery the next day. Am I going to complain about it? A little bit. I'm going to be honest. But am I going to do it? You damn right. You damn right I'm going to do it. Because the earlier you start, the earlier you get your day over with, the earlier you can get back to chilling, doing whatever you're doing, minding your business, whatever. You know, it's just that simple, y'all. It's that simple. Just do it. When you get out of there, when you get out on the road, don't complain. Don't I mean it's gonna happen. You know, because shit is never always gonna go your way. But just do it, man. That's how you learn. That's how you get better. That's how you become a better driver. Just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nike. You know what I'm saying? Just do it, y'all. Come on now. But complaining, I did a whole lot of complaining when I first got into trucking. Cause I loved being home. I loved being home. So that was one of my biggest things, complaining. But it is what it is. But I think pretty soon, y'all, I'm approaching my delivery. So back here, the connection is trash. So I'll talk to y'all pretty much until it cuts off. But it'll probably be cutting off here sometime in the next 10 minutes. I would say 10 minutes because the signal it's just the hell. And I got Verizon. Oh yeah, speaking of that, if you're going to be a truck driver, leave Sprint